Hey everyone, okay, so before we start with the video, just want to remind everyone that my limited edition, the Artist Collection, has just been released on Beautylish. I believe we are down to nearly 80% of stock, which is amazing, gone. But they are still available, the limited edition Artist Collection, and let me just show you. They are the most beautiful brushes. I'm so proud of them. Of all the brushes I've created, I think these are the most beautiful in terms of feel and application and just the way they look. They're just lovely. So anyway, okay, link down there for that. And now let's get on with the reaction video. Thank you very much. Hey everyone, okay, so we are here and I'm in my dressing gown and we're going to be doing a reaction video. And this one is the Donna Mills, The Eyes Have It. This is the best of The Eyes Have It. And I remember Donna Mills because I'm 42, so I would remember Donna Mills. Absolutely gorgeous and incredibly glamorous. So I'm really looking forward to doing this reaction video. So let's make a start.
Never use hot water. It can burst capillaries. Pat your face dry. Never rub it. Just pat it. Never rub. Treat your skin gently. To me, washing my face is really important. Don't rush your makeup. It's got to last you all day, you know. Take a clip and get your hair up out of your way first of all. Put your perfume on before you start. That way you can enjoy it the whole time you're getting ready. And you won't knock him over when he walks in the door. What?
Okay, so I'm assuming when I said this is the best of, this is condensed clips. That's the kind of vibe I'm feeling from this video. I think it's a bit of a parody video. Let's see.
Is you drape a towel over your head and let the herbal vapors bathe your skin for about 2 minutes. I use, believe it or not, talcum powder. Press the powder into your face. It'll stay a lot longer that way.
That's very true. It really will. Really, really will. Press it in, it will stay all day.
And you just take it and rub it all over your face.
Okay.
When you want to use it again, all you have to do is slice a little bit of the end off. And besides, it smells great.
Okay. Okay.
Nobody has ever liked the shape of their nose. But you can correct it, somewhat.
Before this goes on, I know I mentioned this in the Joan Collins video, but I loved the glamour back then. And there is glamour now, don't get me wrong, but it's a different kind of glamour. And I love her eye makeup in this tiny clip here. I think it's so beautiful. I love all of this kind of nonsense. I find it to be so beautiful and such a wonderful time.
Do a little contouring on your nose. Not so that it's noticeable, but just make it look a little better. Especially if you're like me and your lips are kind of undefined. Now, everyone's mouth is a little crooked. Probably not as crooked as mine, but brown eyes can look pretty spectacular too, can't they? No matter what color your eyes are, they can look beautiful. Remember, when you're outdoors, the only thing anybody wants to see is a pretty face. Well, you won't.
God, okay. Okay.
At least like you have a face on. There's nothing worse than being at a sporting event or on the tennis court or somewhere and seeing someone overly made up. And that's exactly what'll happen if you use electric light. Just try to do everything the way I do it. Not cover every imperfection. Cover imperfections. Just to cover up any little imperfections you might have under your eyes, any dark circles.
Okay.
Been out a little too late the night before. I said look natural. Because being natural, you know, no makeup, messy hair, is not what I'm talking about here. It takes a little effort to look natural. It takes a little makeup too. But believe me, the effect is worth the effort. And you always feel better when you look better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on. So come on. Come on.
Okay.
Julie's eyes are shaped differently than mine are. You see, she has a lot less room in here. Her eyebrow is a lot closer to her eye. Julie's eyes are too closed and too close together. Close your eye, Julie. Julie has great cheekbones. but they can look even better. Look at the side of her face with the makeup on it.
I just want to pause it here. I realise this entire video is a piss take, so I do completely understand that. Now, I've got to say, right, and it might just be my age, but the side that she's talking about here, I think it looks really nice. I really like the blusher. Again, you're talking of the sculpting blushing technique. I really like the eye makeup. Not overly fond of the lip, but I love this makeup. It's so nice.
See how the contour of her face shows? Look at her eye, how pretty it looks, how deep and penetrating it appears. And this side of...
Did she just go, when she said the word penetrating, she went, I think she did.
Face. She's pretty as a picture, but not nearly as much of a head turner. Be sure to blend the base down and around your neck. Make sure everything's blended down the neck. Go all the way down your neck and blend it out into your chest color. Even blend around the back of your neck a bit if you're going to wear your hair up.
That's so true, and something very few people do is if you've got your hair up, foundation, even when it's a really good match, it never really kind of matches our skin tone perfectly. And blending behind the ears, on the ears, behind the neck, going down, all that kind of thing. Absolute nightmare because it gets on your clothes, but your skin looks beautiful and even. It's very true.
Don't forget your neck. Feathering your eyeliner is probably one of the most important things you can do. That way, you connect the brow with the rest of the eye so it doesn't look like it's floating up there all by itself. And make little hair-like strokes. Fill in the places that don't grow real hairs. All the little places in your eyebrows that don't have hairs, make them. Believe me, fingers are the best tool to use under your eyes. I'm going to show you now one of my secrets for really sexy eyes. I guarantee you this will make your eyes look sexy. I'm going to use blue because I have blue eyes. It's one of the things that makes your eyes look sexy. Okay. I know you're sitting there saying, well, that's fine for you, Donna. You've got blue eyes. You may be sitting there saying, well, that's fine for you, Donna, but I've got different shaped eyes than you do. What about me? I've got brown eyes or green eyes. What can I do? Well, easy. I know. But what if you have brown eyes? No problem.
Oh my God. I love Donna Mills, but this is not the whole DVD in terms of how it should really be portrayed. This really isn't.
Read your morning paper, relax, whatever. A hard line around your eyes will make you look hard, and you certainly don't want that. Just make sure everything is soft. It's important to make it look soft. Soften the line of a lipstick. Soften and blend it. Soften. Just to be sure they look soft. Be sure that everything is blended and soft looking. Keep softening. Soften everything. Soft and real. Moist and natural. Glamorous and sexy. Smoky. See how it comes to life? Put on a lot of mascara. Lavish it on your lashes. Not too much. Please. Please, please, please.
We all know someone that does this. You might be someone that does this. I might be someone that does this.
Please don't do these all at once.
But I wanna.
I don't look particularly made up, do I? The color of your makeup light can change your makeup so drastically that you can end up looking pretty silly. I don't want you to go over the lip line because that can look ridiculous. I don't like to use colors when I'm going to be outdoors. I've chosen a fairly intense pink here. I'm using a pink here, but you could use silver or violet or maybe an ice blue. But use a brush, not one of those sponge rubber things. They only take off the color. Now, we don't want to look overly made up for a business situation. And use several coats. Not too much, though. You're going to the office, not a disco. Go over your whole face again with powder. Hopefully what we've achieved here is a look that's pretty and made up, but not at all flashy. There's a time and a place for flash, and we'll get to that.
Oh my god. Oh.
But first, let's take a look at some dynamite fashions and ways to wear them.
Oh, I love the 80s.
Give yourself over to romance, glamour. Now let's have some fun. Think sensual. Feel sensual.
Think sensual, feel sensual. Okay. I'm feeling that now in my dressing gown, and I still don't feel very sensual at all. No. Maybe I would if I was in a bath and I had loads of bubbles and I was kind of doing this, but this is a funny thing, totally let me just explain. And this is from me, so you understand. But there's something I think quite beautiful, quite sexy, quite sensual about that we just saw, which was her in a bath covered with bubbles, just doing this. Now, if that were a man in a bath with bubbles doing that, it wouldn't really be as sensual, would it? Right? Do you see there was something sensual about that? That is actually true. I think so. I'm just going to say one more thing. I really like that outfit. You know when I mentioned about a silk blouse? That's like a whole outfit of a blouse. Love it.
Be that special woman.
I will.
Make yourself feel like a glamour girl.
I am
You
now.
gotta do it with a steady hand. Just put a hot blow dryer on the tip for a few minutes. That should get them going.
Oh God. Yeah, that would get me going.
All the way. Now, let's slip into something fabulous. Have a wonderful evening. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Well, that was disturbing, but I'm going to just say it one more time. Donna Mills is fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And she really did have the most beautiful eyes. Now, she had a very, very large eye, a deep set eye, and a downturned eye at the same time, which means it goes down at the outside corner more, but it's deep set, it goes way back into her face or her skull, depending on how you want to look at it. Well, that was different. So I think I may try and find another 80s video, and then I think we'll try and move on to the 90s, and then we'll kind of build on it. But if you've got any suggestions for makeup reaction videos or reaction videos in general, I would love to know, because I just filmed a reaction video on Susan Powter, and if you are of my age, and particularly if you lived in the US, then you will know who Susan Powter was. And I bought her book when I was about 15 years old, and it was called Stop the Insanity, and it was a non-diet book, and she was so prevalent back then, and I read that book from cover to cover over and over again, and that's a whole nother story of why, but I so enjoyed her enthusiasm and her passion, whether I believed the message or not. Her passion and her enthusiasm for what she was saying, her belief in her, was extraordinary. And I filmed a reaction video on that because I find her fascinating. And she is still around, still preaching health and wellness. I believe the last time I saw something of her, I think she was in New Mexico, but she made a lasting impression on me in the 90s. And still to this day, I still have her book, Stop the Insanity. But let me know in the comment section if you like Susan Powter as well, and if you remember her, and any videos you'd like me to cover. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I hope you understand that these reaction videos are not ever meant to be malicious in any way, shape or form. I have no time for that. I do not want to participate in talking about, reviewing, or speaking negatively about anything. There's far too much of that on YouTube, and I no longer wish to be a part of that. And I find these so fun. I think it's such fun. So let me know in the comment section what you want. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye. And I hope you feel sensual and sensual, and don't burn the tip on a hot hairdryer.